Trivandrum.
Trivandrum.
Yes, sir.
Okay. To start with, can you just introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. I am NITHIN PRADEEP from the district of Kannur in Kerala. I did my schooling in Kannur itself. Thereafter, I did my integrated masters in development studies from IIT Madras. Then I worked for 2 years at Deshpande Foundation as a research analyst. It's a non-profit organization. Then after 2 years, I quit my job to prepare for civil service exam.
Okay. So you are in Kerala, and you were born in Chennai, weren't you?
Yes, sir. I was born in Chennai. Yes.
How come that you were born in Chennai and then you moved to Kerala? Your dad?
Sir, actually, my parents were settled in Kerala, but my maternal grandparents were in Chennai because my grandfather worked in railways in Chennai. So during the pregnancy of my mother, she went to Chennai. So I was born there.
All right. Okay. Your father is a lawyer.
Yeah, yes. Sir.
Okay. So see, this is not a mock interview.
Yes,
see,
sir.
I will not be asking you any questions. I will only be suggesting some questions to you.
Sure,
that these are the type of questions that might arise, which can emerge from your DAF.
Okay.
And as you would be aware that an interview would consist 35 to 30% to 20 to 30% on questions arising out of your DAF. Remaining would be on current affairs and other things.
Okay.
So this interaction is basically about that 20 to 30% of your interview.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask you any questions. I'm just going to suggest what are the type of things that can arise out of your DAF.
Okay.
Is this your first time that you are appearing for the civils?
Yes, sir. I'm first interview. This is my 4th prelims, 2nd mains.
Okay, 2nd mains. All right. So first we start with your name, NITHIN PRADEEP. Of course, it's a simple name, so I will not ask you what does it mean. Very many people also ask questions about names of the candidates, but in your case, it appears to be rather simple. So people, the interview board might not ask you that question. You are residing in a place called Kannur in Kerala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So try to prepare as many points about the history, geography, economics, and society of Kannur.
Okay, sir.
If there's anything significant that is attached to the place per Kannur, you must know about it.
Okay, sir.
What is the type of economic activity that is carried out there?
Okay, sir.
What is the total population? What is the literacy level? The gender ratio?
Okay.
Anything significant about the history of Kannur?
Sir, I have not come across any significant part of history, but the salt satyagraha thing, that was a similar satyagraha happened in Kannur in a place called Payyanur. So it was led by a person called as Kerala Gandhi. So that is one significant thing I remember.
So this is one question that can be asked of you as to what is the contribution of Kannur to the freedom movement. You can talk about this.
Okay.
Then about Kerala.
Okay.
Kerala, of course, is the most important, one of the most important states in the country. You must similarly know about the history of Kerala, the geography of Kerala.
Okay.
What are the various regions of Kerala?
Okay, sir.
If there's any regional disparity, inequality in Kerala, what is the reason of that?
Okay.
You must know about the social formation of Kerala.
Okay.
The present political setup, of course, you already know about it, but it will be better that you should try to understand what is the political structure of Kerala and how it has evolved over a period of 30 years.
Okay.
Because I believe the elections are going to be held next year.
Next year, 26.
Generally, of course, interview boards don't talk about politics.
Okay, sir.
Because Kerala is a very interesting state and because it is on the verge of election, and you never know, your interview might actually happen sometime in January or February.
Okay.
You'll be very close to the elections. So be prepared with this thing, and there might be some controversial issues which might have come out by that time.
Okay, sir.
Right? Then Kerala, you have the highest HDI, I think, in the country in most of the things like education, health,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But strangely, in spite of having excellent health conditions, some of the most dangerous diseases enter into India from Kerala.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why is that so?
So I think the main reason is that, first of all, the kind of surveillance system we have is much better. The primary health centers are having enough infrastructure. That is why they're able to catch diseases. And secondly, people have a very high health-seeking behavior. So even if they have, let's say, fever or cold, they generally approach the nearest hospital. Then thirdly, I think the main reason is that a lot of NRIs are there from Kerala. So they come back with carrying diseases maybe from the Middle East or from European countries. So I think these are the main reasons by which Kerala is able to detect these diseases first.
So, does the detection take place at the airport or it is later on?
It can be later on. For example, COVID was actually at the airport because she was coming from China. So at that time, her disease was diagnosed. But not the other, like Nipah virus was not from the airport. It was domestically. Mainly because of the fact that now people are actually expanding their settlements, even to hilly areas, and Western Ghats areas are being occupied. So the spillover of disease from animals to humans, that's also increasing because of our settlement patterns.
Recently, Kerala had taken credit for the fact that it has been able to abolish poverty completely
Yes.
from the state.
Yes, yes, yes.
What do you understand by poverty? What is the definition of poverty in Kerala?
So poverty, basically here in the context of Kerala, it means the removal of multidimensional poverty, where it is not just the income, but it's also about housing, health, education, and nutrition, etc. So to remove the extreme poverty, the government had a decentralized model by which they identified the households, specific households which fell into the poverty category. And then micro plans were created for each of the households so that they can come out of poverty. And then over time, they have been given like entrepreneurship activities, other income generating activities through which they can sustain their livelihood, and so that they don't fall back into poverty.
So, has Kerala been able to achieve universal housing?
Yes, sir. Kerala has universal housing, I guess. Yeah.
All right. And there's some special state project for this, or they follow the national model of?
So there is a project called Life Mission in Kerala. It's being done, but it's also being done with partnership with PM Awas Yojana.
Okay. Okay. So when we talk of Kerala, we also talk of a lot of environment issues.
Yes.
Year before last, the famous landslide at Wayanad.
Wayanad, yes.
Is Kerala now suffering from over tourism?
Yes, to an extent, yeah, mass tourism is affecting the Kerala's environment and the climate. There has been a lot of resorts being constructed in the unstable slopes, and there is mass disposal of plastic waste, etc., in the forest areas. So that has also contributed to it. The establishment of resorts and houses at the hilly areas has been a big risk. And then, of course, climate change issues like cloudburst, that has also impacted, and alien species invasion. A lot of native trees are being destroyed, and then in place we are planting the alien species.
So, then what are the preventive steps that are being taken by the government of Kerala to stop all this? Because people are building houses on the slopes.
Yes.
This is known to the government and to the local authorities. Why is it allowed to happen?
So I think mainly because of the fact that regulatory aspects are not very strong, and the enforcement capacity is not being enforced. The laws are not being enforced completely on the ground. That is one reason. Then, secondly, I think there has been violations with respect to the construction of resorts as well. Resorts are being constructed in the ecologically sensitive zones. And the earlier committee recommendations, like Madhavgarh committee recommendations, were not accepted by the government. So that has also led to the fact that the aspects like the massive infrastructure projects and mass tourism continue.
So then, how do you think that these issues will be taken care of? If this is a problem, then in that case, how can this be stopped that it will not happen in future?
So the main step mainly would be to accept the recommendations of the earlier committee which has been formed, Kasturirangan Committee and Gadgil Committee, so that there is a clear demarcation of zones in Western Ghats where specific activities can be allowed. Then secondly, I think enforcement of laws. For instance, a lot of stone quarrying activities happen in the hilly areas, which can be stopped by the government. Then, thirdly, I think ecotourism facilities can be promoted, by which the tourism activities don't lead to destruction of environment, but there can be a constructive sort of tourism. That is another step the government can take.
Has the government ever thought of limiting the number of people who are entering into Kerala for tourist purposes?
So as far as I know, they have not done that. Though the other states, like the neighboring Nilgiris, there was a similar proposal was made, and now they try to control the number of tourists entering.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then Kerala has also been known for the animal and human being conflict.
Yes, sir.
Man versus elephant.
Yes, sir.
What is the state doing about this?
So recently, the government actually included man-animal conflict as a state-specific disaster, so that it comes under the purview of the Disaster Management Act and not under the Wildlife Protection Act. And the district collector has more authority in case of man-animal conflict. That is the first step. Secondly, there have been efforts at solar fencing, and then so that the elephants don't enter the human settlements. Then thirdly, Mission Food, Fodder, Water has been launched by the government, so that the water, food, and fodder for animals can be made available in the forest itself. So we see that due to the higher temperatures and climate change issues, a lot of water bodies are getting dried up in the forest areas, and that is why elephants come to the human settlements to get water and other food products. So that is also being taken care of. So these are the main things. And recently, the government also amended the Wildlife Protection Act specifically for Kerala, which would give powers to the Chief Wildlife Warden to give permission to kill animals in Schedule 2.
Pradeep, I also saw that one also reads about this, thinking that because of this outward migration of people from Kerala,
yes, sir.
the labor force has got completely exhausted, and now people from the north are going in large numbers to Kerala to work.
Yes, sir.
How is that affecting the social fabric of the state?
Yes, sir. So Kerala faces a unique situation where a lot of youth actually go out of the state to Gulf countries and other foreign countries, and now they're shifting more towards European countries and North America. And because of which a lot of casual laborers and wage laborers come from North India and neighboring states to Kerala. So the main impact is the positive impacts to the social fabric there's been increase in incomes because of remittance coming in. Secondly, it has also led to removal of poverty to an extent, and there has been a rise of middle class due to the Gulf money coming in. But negative impact is that due to the large-scale migration, the domestic economy is facing issues like the lack of industrialization here in Kerala, and due to which major industries are not there in Kerala, and that's leading to unemployment as well. And that again reinforces the youth going out. So that is the main issues because of migration.
Is it leading to any social conflict as well?
Sir, as far as the acceptance of the people coming from outside, Kerala has been much open to it. We call them as guest laborers. And specific schemes like Apna Ghar, the government has designed for them to provide the migrant workers with housing facilities and all. I think that has not impacted social fabric as such, but the economy has been affected.
Now, migrants everywhere are unwelcome. And people coming from outside is not being welcomed in any of the states now. How is it that Kerala is handling it so well?
So the main reason is that Kerala has a unique situation where we don't have enough number of laborers doing the kind of jobs like, let's say, construction work or field work. So there's enough demand for laborers. So when the outside, for migrants coming from other states, we welcome them. And they do get a lot of higher wages as well. There are reports that per day they earn about 1,000 rupees, which is very high as compared to what they'll be earning in their respective states.
That is not the attitude the other people have, in the sense that in America, they don't have very qualified people, and yet they say that Indians would not be welcome. How is Kerala being able to handle it so well? So my best wishes are with you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.